I'm Rachel Ramsey here at ITEXPO Miami with Jean Champagne, the General Manager of Sagemcom. Welcome.
Thank
Great
you.
to have you here.
Glad to be here.
So just tell me a little bit about your company.
Well, let me tell you about the business that we're in, the enterprise fax business. We've just recently realigned our global structure, and although it's never very exciting to talk about organizational structure change, we had a very matrixed organization selling our XMediusFAX software solution on a global scale through different organizations inside Sagemcom. And beginning this year in January 2013, so just a few days old, we've restructured the group to be vertically integrated with our headquarters in Montreal, and to actually have our global sales force now reporting into one structure with the entire R&D development being done in Montreal with about 30 people. So exciting times for us, and I think exciting times for our reseller partners as well as our customers, who will see a global mandate from the team and an opportunity to interact with us everywhere where they expand their businesses as well. So we're quite happy about that.
Good. So what were some of the key drivers behind that move?
Some of the elements definitely were, I'd say, internal requirements to have a clearer picture of the businesses inside Sagemcom that generate nice revenues and nice earnings and gross margins and certainly cash. And the fax server software business being such a profitable business, we wanted a clear alignment so that we could invest in this business even more and let it grow on its own. We've enjoyed almost 25% year-over-year compounded annual growth rates of our revenues, and we're trying to accelerate that even further. So Sagemcom is a large corporation. It's a company that has 4,600 employees and 1.3 billion euros of revenues, which is about 1.8 billion US with current exchange rates. And we work across three different market segments: the broadband market, the energy and telecoms market, and the documents market, which is the division that obviously we sit in. So there's 11 departments or business units across the corporation. There's 2 startups in there. And what's interesting is it's the first time that 2 of the businesses actually have their headquarters outside of France, where our headquarters is. So the company made that clear decision since we have ownership now of the Carlyle Group, which is a US private equity firm. They own us 70%, so majority owned. They're based in Washington, D.C., and clearly have given us the mandate in enterprise fax to drive the business out of North America, because it is the single largest market for our business segment. So we're quite happy about that realignment. Clear structure, motivated employees, which is important for us because that gives them an oomph, an interest to try to innovate and obviously come up with new solutions for our customers. So that's leading to announcements we've recently made, and we're actually showcasing here at our booth at ITEXPO in Miami, the new cloud service, which is XMediusFAX Cloud. So quite happy about that.
So let's talk a little bit about fax. It's always been a function for companies and businesses, but it's no longer considered a core business process. So, but even though it's not considered this, there's still continued growth. So why do you think that is, and how do you anticipate staying ahead in the market?
Yeah, it's not, you know, a lot of people laugh when we talk about fax, or even smirk or smile, and probably I was the first one to do that in 2007 when Sagemcom hired me on board and told me I'd be leading a fax server business. People associate it with antiquated, you know, technology, and definitely the product is about fax over IP. It's software. I wouldn't say it's exactly sexy cool like my R&D leader says when he gives a conference at different trade shows. That's what he calls it with a French accent as well, sexy cool. But the important thing about it is it's at the core of mission-critical business processes in large corporations, and that's where we've played. That's where we've had a soft spot with our technology, where people have that embedded in their business processes deeply, and giving them, you know, disaster recovery, business continuity, high availability, scalability. Those are all things that they're looking for. So there's still a lot of oomph left in that business. As I said before, we're growing year over year quite a bit, much more faster than the market itself is growing, so that's a good sign. And to do that, we need to continue to innovate, come up with new features, which is exciting for our staff if we want to hold on to these great developers with IP knowledge, and at the same time for our customers who see that there's life after the next release as well. So it fits in their UC strategies very well.
Great. So you mentioned your cloud solution that you're coming out with and you're previewing at ITEXPO. So does this fit into the global alignment that we talked about earlier?
Definitely so. We gave a sneak preview at ITEXPO in Austin. Since then, we've completed trials with customers. We went through alpha, beta stages, and obviously now commercializing. We've teamed up with great service providers for the backbone, for SIP trunking. We've teamed up with great vendors for the hardware and the data centers as well. What we're doing is a very, very professional, high-end approach to developing this cloud service, launching in the US first, North America, and after that going global with it. So definitely being headquartered in France, Sagemcom is very interested in rolling that out in France as well as in Europe, Middle East, and Africa. So we're doing it right now in the first quarter here in the US because it's such a big market where we have a strong base, and we'll expand from there. So we've got 2 data center sites, one in Atlanta, one in Portland, so we offer full disaster recovery and business continuity services. That was paramount. And you're getting XMediusFAX with all its features, all its functionality. You're not getting a thinned down or a dumbed down version of XMediusFAX software. People who actually use the software for years now have an alternative to go on the cloud, and they'll find the same functionality, the same features, the same way to use it. So
excellent.
Quite excited about that.
Is there any other products or anything we can look forward to seeing from the company?
The million-dollar question. I think what's interesting and what I'd like to share with you today is the fact that, as I said before, Sagemcom is a huge corporation. We're a small business unit inside a huge corporation and have a solid financial backing. The company is behind a ton of products. It's in its DNA to have done OEM deals in the past. So if you actually buy a service from a service provider here, a telco or a cable co in North America, whether it's a set-top box or a residential gateway, probably we're behind some of the technology that you're using and you don't know it. It obviously carries the logo of the service provider, and we're behind it. So I'd say 80 to 85% of our revenues, which are close to $2 billion, are with products that don't carry our brand name. So that's not really good for the corporate branding and the corporate image, but it's really good from a business point of view, and it certainly enhances the value of our customers. So we'll probably be doing close to 150 million US of business here in North America this year. And if you go back 2 or 3 years, we were probably doing about $20 million. So it's a significant ramp up and increase, and you'll see more and more of Sagemcom in the marketplace, even in the retail side. We just launched in Europe about 18 months ago a product called PicoPix, which is a small Pico projector, and now distributed in the US starting this month. And it's under a Philips brand. So again, an OEM arrangement where the Philips brand has a lot of exposure in the retail market. And we're starting to sell that, and we've got close to 60% market share in Europe. So we're looking forward to a great success here as well.
Yeah, excellent. It all sounds really exciting. We
Yeah,
can't wait to see what you have for us. So thank you.
Yeah, come by and see us at the booth. We're at 706 downstairs, and hopefully everybody's going to enjoy the show at ITEXPO in Miami.
Great.
Thanks again.
Thank you
for the opportunity.